So much for coming out to celebrate Lunar New Year. It is with great pleasure to introduce Lucy Guo. She is from the Acton Chinese Language School, and she'll be going over the Lunar New Year and its importance and what it means. And then afterwards, we're going to do some crafts as well as enjoy some food catered by Beijing, Tokyo. We have fried rice, 2 types of dumplings, pork dumpling, vegetable dumpling, and scallion pancakes. So without further ado, Lucy.
Hi everyone. My name is Lucy Guo. I am a Chinese language teacher in Acton Chinese Language School. I teach teenagers Chinese culture and prepare them for the AP Chinese test every year. And it's an honor to be invited by Acton Library to do the presentation of Chinese New Year to everyone here. Welcome, everyone.
I celebrated with my sister.
Chinese New Year. So today's my content is that first I will introduce the Lunar New Year and the Chinese New Year. They are different. Lunar New Year and the Chinese New Year, they are different. And then I will tell the legends, the stories, and the traditions and the celebration activities related to the Chinese New Year. Then at the end, I will have some fun quiz and questions for everyone. Don't be nervous. They are really simple and fun. And I do have a prize for the people who answer correctly. At the end, we will listen to the Chinese New Year song, which named 恭喜恭喜. In English, it is congratulations, congratulations. That's a well-known Chinese New Year celebration song. At the end, we do have some games and activities like the crafts and how to use chopsticks. Some games. So let's start. So first, let me clarify the Lunar New Year versus Chinese New Year. Lunar New Year is the observance of the start of a new year in lunisolar calendar. It is celebrated in China, that's of course, but it's also celebrated every year in other Asian countries like Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines. So these pictures are from some other countries other than China. Each country has followed its own lunar calendar. So the Lunar New Year date is different, maybe different in different countries. And each country has its own way and traditions to celebrate. Every year, there's more than 1.5 billion people celebrate the Lunar New Year with colorful traditions and activities to welcome the new year and wish for good luck and prosperity. So these pictures show the different celebration ways in different countries. Like this one is from South Korea. And for the playing the dragon is from Singapore. This one is from Vietnam. The 2 bottom ones are how Malaysia people celebrate the New Year. So in many Asian countries, Lunar New Year. Today, my focus is on the Chinese New Year. So the first is, when is Chinese New Year? It's not a specific date each year. So as in other countries, the date of the Chinese New Year is determined by the Chinese lunar calendar. The holiday falls on the second new moon after the winter solstice, which is December 21st. We know that winter solstice is the date in a whole year with the shortest daylight. So it's the shortest daylight day. And after December 21st, the second new moon is the Chinese New Year date. So each year, the New Year date falls onto different calendar date. But usually it's range between January 21st and February 20th. For this coming year, 2023, the New Year date is January 22nd, which is early New Year, early. So that's the date. Chinese New Year also being called as a Spring Festival. Why it's called a Spring Festival? Because it marks the end of winter and the start of spring. It is the most important festival in China. It includes 7 days of official public holidays. So 7 days. That's really a long holiday break. As far as I know, I don't know any other holiday has such a long official break. Do you know any other holiday has 7 days officially public break? I don't know. Yeah, so it's really important for people to gather together to celebrate. So Chinese people call the Chinese New Year Nian. In terms of Nian, it's been called Nian. So why it's being called Nian? There's a legend about it. Let's take a look.
The Chinese New Year was a few weeks ago, and I thought that it would be a good idea to go back and look at the origins of such a widespread and important tradition in our modern world. Today, we will explore the legend of the origin of the very first celebration of the New Year in ancient China, the legend of the mythical beast, known as Nian. The legend of the origins of the Chinese New Year started a long time ago. Even today, we're still unsure on the exact date when it started. It was back in a time where humans still lived in fear, hiding from the unknown. According to the legend, once a year, usually around winter, a monstrous creature would come down from its lair in the high misty mountains and go straight to the neighboring villages, devouring everything on its way. Cattle, men, women, and even children. The beast ate everything that stood in its path. It would arrive during nighttime, and it's only at dawn, when he was full and satisfied, that he would go back in the mountains and stay there until next year. That creature was known as Nian Shi, which can be roughly translated in English to the year beast. However, most people call it Nian. Nian was a legendary massive creature larger than houses and stronger than 100 men. It had the body of a bull and the head of a lion, and was so powerful that nothing could withstand its rampage. And thus, years passed and the villagers still lived in fear and terror. They dreaded that moment where the beast would come down from the mountains again to lay pain and destruction all over their lands. But soon, they started to come up with ideas to try to keep the Nian at bay and redirect its attention to reduce the damage caused by the creature. The villagers started making a lot of food in the eve of the cursed day where the beast would come down from the mountains. They put the plates of food in front of their house doors, and hoped that by doing so, the monster would eat the food instead of the children and the animals in the village. They also realized something very important over time. The Nian feared 3 things: the color red, fire, and loud noises. With that in mind, the villagers put in place a strategy to counter the beast and make it run back in the mountains. They prepared red lanterns and hung them all over in the villages. They also painted their doors bright red and tied red scrolls to the doors and windows. Once the preparations were done, the villagers waited the beast. At night, when Nian made its way down the mountains, the villagers lit up great fires and firecrackers to make as much noise as possible. They also banged plates and bowls together to add up to the noise. When the creature arrived near the city, it saw the bright red colors left and right, and that combined with the fire and the loud noises, confused and scared the mighty beast. When it could not take it anymore, Nian ran away and went back to the mountains. The legend says that later on, the great ancient Taoist monk Hongchen Laozi captured the mythical beast and made it its own mount, and from that moment and on forward, the villagers kept that tradition every year and kept making large quantities of food, putting lanterns and scrolls around the city, and setting off firecrackers. Today, this tradition is still present, and every new year we can see lanterns, firecrackers, and bright red color paper cuts with popular themes of good fortune or happiness on them. the color red is still the predominant color used in the New Year celebrations because it was considered as an emblem of joy and symbolizes many virtues. The neon is also at the origin of the very famous lion dance that is performed every New Year as well. You have probably witnessed those dances where people would get under a costume that looked like the neon and would perform the lion dance. It is said that this dance originated even before the Tang Dynasty in ancient China, and that it was based on a playful lion's dance in heaven. So this concludes today's video. Thanks everyone for watching.
So that video shows us how the Nian. Oh, let me stop it. Okay, so that video shows us why Chinese people call the New Year Nian. So let's continue. So from the video, we got to know the year beast Nian is afraid of three things: red color, loud noise, and fire. So the Chinese celebration activities are highly associated with this legend, such as they set off firecrackers and post the red paper doll banners, full character, and stay up late. So this picture, let's take a look about the decoration of the New Year. The picture here shows that the family is decorating the house with the red paper doll banners. Red paper doll banners are hung interior and outer tier of doors. Good wishes, usually good wishes and statements are expressed. They are usually written in black ink on red paper. They post something that the residents believe in or wish, like harmony and prosperity. Good wishes are posted in pairs, so on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So they are posted in pairs because even numbers are associated with good fortune in Chinese culture. So they are always in pairs. This picture is a real one. I got it from my friend. She sent me a couple of days ago. She is in her office. Use the brush, pen, and black ink, writing the red paper doll banner on the red paper. So she will use the banners to decorate the office. So this is a real picture. That's the decoration. So, do you ever see this character in some places? Do you know? So it's yeah. So do you know the pronunciation? Wait. Fu, right? The pronunciation is fu. So fu is the character, is the oldest and the most auspicious and the most popular character used in China. So let's take a closer look about this character. So on the left-hand side, this looks like a person's head. So the left-hand side looks like a person hanging, bowing his head and praying. So the left hand means pray to God. And on the right-hand side, it has three parts: the top, the middle, and the bottom. The top one means one, number one. The middle one, it can be mean like a piece. The bottom is land or field. So together, that means a piece of land. So one piece of land. So together, it means a person pray to God for a piece of land. That is fu. So why the land is associated with good fortune and prosperity? So as we know, China has been an agricultural society since ancient times. So have a land for civilians. All their wealth come from the land. So having a piece of land means they have enough food and clothing. So that's why they always pray to have a piece of land of their own, so they can make a good living. Having a piece of land means good fortune and prosperity, which is Fu, this character. An interesting and maybe a little bit confusing phenomenon about this character is that Chinese people usually hang this character upside down. So this is the right way of the character on the left-hand side. But when people post it on the door for decoration, they put it invertedly, deliberately. So why? Because Fu means good fortune. By posting this character upside down means they want the good fortune pour out on them. They want the good fortune pour out. That means pour out on them. So next time when you see this character posted this way, this is the correct way, all right? Upside down. Okay, food. Food plays an important role in every festival all over the world. So the Chinese New Year's dinner is the same. It's the most important meal for the Chinese family. Normally, it's like the function of the Thanksgiving dinner here in the U.S. This is the family reunion dinner. Especially for the people, for the families who have members away from home the whole year. This is the meal that they get together. So for majority of Chinese people, they have this dinner at a family member's home instead of at a restaurant. All the restaurants are closed on that day, so you have to have the dinner at home with family members. So food, we still talk about food. Since China has a long history and has a vast territory, a lot of a wide variety of food with different tastes are used for the New Year celebration in different regions. But among them, there are eight traditional food with some symbolic meanings are widely used, are widely adopted by the families all over the region. So let's take a closer look. Which are the 8 traditional food and what's the symbolic meanings behind it?
With a history more than 1,800 years, jiaozi is a classic lucky food for Lunar New Year and a traditional dish to eat on Chinese New Year's Eve. It is especially popular in North China. Jiaozi is a symbol of wealth for its shape like an ancient Chinese gold ingot. It's believed that the more jiaozi you eat during New Year celebrations, the more money you can make in the new year. Jiaozi also symbolizes family unity because of the involvement of family in the jiaozi making process. Number 2. Yu. Yu is another traditional Chinese New Year dish. In Chinese, fish, yu, sounds the same as the other Chinese character, yu, meaning surplus. Chinese people always like to have a surplus at the end of the year, because people believe if they have managed to save something at the end of the year, they can make more in the next year. And there are certain rules of eating fish in Chinese New Year. First, don't turn over the fish after you have finished eating one side, as it is viewed unlucky in Chinese culture. 2. The head of the fish should be placed towards elders and distinguished guests to show respect. 3. Always save some fish for the next day to wish for a surplus new year. Number 3. 年糕. Translated to English, 年糕 literally means year cake, as 糕 cake has same pronunciation as 高 higher, so eating 年糕 during Chinese New Year is to wish for higher success in the new year, whether it be in one's career or raising salary, better grades at school, or even children's height. Number 4. 汤圆. 汤圆 is commonly served on Lantern Festival. However, in many places of southern China, it is also a Chinese New Year food. They usually filled with anything sweet, from red bean to peanut to taro, and sesame is always a favorite for most of people. The round shape of 汤圆 represents completeness and family togetherness. Number 5. 春卷. As the name suggests, 春卷 are traditionally eaten during Spring Festival to celebrate the coming of spring. They also symbolize the wish for prosperity as they resemble gold bars. Number 6. 长寿面. The wish for a long life is symbolized through the eating of 长寿面. They are longer than other noodles and uncut. Eating 长寿面 in the new year also symbolizes everything is going to be smooth in the new year. Number 7. 橙子, 橘子. 橙子 and 橘子 are good fortune fruit for Chinese New Year for the lucky sounds they bring when spoken. 橙, orange, sounds the same as 橙, success. 橘, tangerine, sounds similar to 吉, luck. Therefore, eating and displaying these good fortune fruits is believed to bring success and luck in the new year. Also, as they are round and golden in color, they also symbolize fullness and wealth. Number 8. 八宝饭. 八宝饭 is a traditional Chinese New Year treat. The 8 treasures in 八宝饭 are usually Chinese red dates, longan, winter melon, dried apricot, red bean paste, lily bulbs, lotus seeds, and goji berries. Since number 8, 八 sounds similar to 发, meaning prosperity, so eating 八宝饭 represents people's wish for prosperity in the new year. So these are the top 8 lucky foods for Chinese New Year on my list. What is your favorite Chinese New Year food?
That's the 8
Please share with
lucky
us in the
food
comments below.
for the
Thank you.
Chinese New Year
Thanks for
celebration.
watching. See you next time.
So the eight lucky foods are dumplings, fish, glutinous rice cake, rice ball, longevity noodles, and spring rolls, tangerines, oranges, and 8 treasure rice. 8. Okay, that's all the 8 of them. So fireworks. Fireworks are believed to drive away evil. After 12 a.m. on the Chinese New Year Eve, people started to launch fireworks to welcome the new year and drive away evils. It is believed that the person who launched the first firework will have good luck in the new year. Red packet. Or 红包. Red packet. Red packet is a red envelope. Red envelope, usually with money inside. It is given by adults, married couples, or elderly to children. It is believed that the red packet and the money inside it can drive away evils from children, keep them healthy, and give them a long life. The money inside the red packet can vary from $1 Chinese dollar to thousands of Chinese dollars. So some kids can get hundreds of dollars in the New Year festival. Red packet. the zodiac, Chinese zodiac, named 生肖in Chinese 生肖. It also means born resembling. It's represented by 12 Chinese zodiac animals. The Chinese zodiac have astrological and cultural meanings. And have the cultural meanings. Chinese people assign each animal sign with some characteristics. It is believed that people who are born in a given year has the personality of that year's animal, have that year's animal's character. So in order they are rat, that's the first. Then ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake is the sixth. From seventh, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and the last one is pig. So these are the 12 zodiac animals. So why these 12 animals are picked in the zodiac, and why they are in this order, and why cat is not in the zodiac? There is a legend named the Great Race explains it. So let's take a look. The Great Race.
Long ago, the Jade Emperor, ruler of the heavens, devised a new way to count the years. He created a calendar based on a 12-year cycle that would grant humanity the power to measure time. In celebration, he summoned the animals of the world to a great race. They were tasked with crossing a wide river, and as a reward, the years of the calendar would be named after them, in the order in which they arrived. Among those who answered the call were the dragon, the tiger, the snake, the horse, the ox, the dog, the monkey, the rabbit, the goat, the rooster, the pig, the cat, and the mouse. The race began at dawn. In those days, the cat and the mouse were the best of friends, and they were both poor swimmers. They convinced the patient ox to allow them to ride on his back. "Take us with you," they said, "and we will show you the way." When they neared the opposite shore, the mouse pushed the cat into the water. Then, at the last moment, the rat leapt off the ox's head and landed on the wet dirt. This is how the cunning mouse became the first animal of the lunar calendar. Though disappointed, the dependable ox was able to capture the second position. In third place came the tiger, who, while fast on land, had trouble fighting the river currents. Soon after came the rabbit, who had nearly drowned. To cross the river, he had hopped from stone to stone, but slipped at the final moment. He was able to hold on to a fallen tree branch until a gust of wind pushed him onto the shore. Soon after, a large shadow was cast over the riverbank. It was the fearless dragon, there to claim the fifth position. This surprised the emperor. How does one as swift and as brave as you arrive in fifth place? On my approach, I discovered villagers suffering a terrible drought, and so I stopped to make rain for them. Then, I discovered a little rabbit clinging to a tree branch and sent a gust of wind to push him to the shore. At this, the emperor was greatly pleased and welcomed the dragon to his rightful spot. Soon after came the sound of hooves, signaling the arrival of the horse. However, the clever snake had hidden himself in the horse's mane and jumped to the ground once safely across. This startled the horse, allowing the snake to capture the sixth position. The horse finished seventh. The next 3 positions were awarded to the goat, the monkey, and the rooster. At the start of the race, the observant rooster had noticed an abandoned raft behind tall blades of grass. However, knowing that he would not be able to cross the river on his own, he invited the monkey and the goat to help. Moved by the goat's kind nature, the other animals allowed her to finish 8th, followed by the happy monkey and the hard-working rooster. In 11th place came the playful dog. Although an excellent swimmer, he spent much of the race frolicking in the water. Finally, in 12th place was the honest pig. He had gotten hungry and stopped to eat, and then taken a long nap. When he awoke, he floated across the river on his belly. "Congratulations, pig," said the emperor. "I have saved for you the final spot on my calendar." And with that, the years of the Chinese zodiac were decided. When people are born, they are said to inherit the personality traits and compatibilities of their own animal sign. As for the cat, he finally made it across the river, but not in time to secure a place on the calendar. That is why, to this day, cats and mice are mortal enemies. What's your sign?
So that's how it comes, the zodiac. Okay, so that's the zodiac. So the year of 2023. The year of 2023 is the year of rabbit. Rabbit. It's a rabbit. So the date is the New Year date is January 22nd, 2023, which is the next Sunday. So today it's the 14th. We are still in the year of tiger. 2022 is the year of tiger, and start from January 22nd, the rabbit year starts. So let's take a look of the year of rabbit. The sign of rabbit is a symbol of longevity, peace, and prosperity in Chinese culture. 2023 is a year of hope. And people born in the year of rabbit are called rabbits. Rabbits. They are believed to be vigilant, witty, quick-minded, and ingenious. So all very good characters associated with rabbit. Okay, that's my presentation and videos. Now we have some fun questions and a quiz. We do have a prize for the quiz. So it's a red packet with the golden rabbit on it, and inside there are the candies. The candies, yeah. So try your best. Try your best. So let's see the first one. Which of the following food is a symbol of higher success? Is it orange, glutinous rice cake, glutinous rice ball, or dumplings? So which means higher success? Who will answer the question, get a prize? Okay, yeah. Orange. That's a good guess. How about you?
Dumpling.
Oh, that's a good guess. Another one? Yes.
The glutinous rice ball.
Rice ball?
Number C.
Not really. How about you? Rice cake. Yes, glutinous rice cake. Because cake, the pronunciation of cake means is the same as higher in Chinese. So rice cake means higher success. So the first red packet. Okay, we still have opportunities. So, how to eat fish during Chinese New Year's Eve? How do Chinese people eat the fish? Okay, you again, try again. How?
Always save some leftovers to eat for the next day.
Great job! Yes, it's always save some leftovers for the next day, because leftover means surplus. They want some surplus for the new year. Yes. Good job. This for you. Yeah. So the next one. Which of the following animal is not in Chinese zodiac. I see the young girl raise her hand first, which is not in the Chinese zodiac. Which one? Huh? What's that? Speak out, please. A little bit louder. Panda, yeah, correct. Yeah, you get it. Panda, yeah. So panda is not in the zodiac, as we. Yeah, she got it. Great. So another question. Which thing is the year beast not afraid of? So you get the answer? Yeah. Which one? Second one, dragon. Yes. The year beast is not afraid of dragon. It's afraid of loud noise, red color, and fire. Yes. So we still have questions. Okay. So which country does not celebrate Chinese New Year? Yeah. You know? Which one? India. Okay, yes. So in Asian countries, India does not celebrate Lunar New Year. Okay. This is an easy one, huh? So which day of 2023 is the Chinese New Year? I see this girl. Which one? B? Unfortunately. Okay. C. Okay, 22nd, January 22nd. Here goes you with the. All right, thank you. Good job. Okay, that's the quiz, huh? That's the quiz. Oh, we finished the quiz, but we can sing Chinese New Year song together. So for you who come earlier today, we heard the song named 恭喜恭喜 which is a famous Chinese New Year celebration song. It's been sung many times all over the world. However, many people don't know that this song is not originally for celebration New Year. It's for Chinese people to celebrate the victory of war. And later on, because it spreads the joy and it becomes the celebration of the New Year, a traditional song. So let's listen it again, and if you can, we can sing along with it. In the middle, it's the 恭喜恭喜, which means congratulations, congratulations. It's easy to sing along with it.
恭喜你！
Okay, that's the song. That's the popular song.
Mama.
Okay, I think that's my presentation. And after my presentation, we do have some games and activities. I put the activities on the side tools. Let me give you some idea about the games and the. Yeah, you can get it. Sure.
See what everything is.